right, y'all listen, man. Tim gonna ask me for a haircut. I got 17 minutes till my next client. So I told him I would get him if we could record a video and see if I can get it done in 17 minutes. So let's see what we can do. Where my brush at? Y'all messing me up? Evan jacking me for my brush. Oh man, it's a time crunch. I can't be missing stuff. Tim, you ain't been on the channel in a minute, man. Tim was on the channel when he first started, guys. We did a rock, paper, scissors battle where we had like a tournament bracket. Tim won his first weekend. I don't remember what you bought, a Babyliss set or something.
Yeah, it was the...
a custom FX set.
The white one. I think it was like...
Yeah, all right, the Stay Gold FX, yeah. And then I did I don't remember, you had a Mohawk or something at that point, I think?
Yeah, kind of little, what they call it,
South of France.
South of France haircut.
Siete or something, yeah. So Tim, that's probably like 3 years ago, man, but Tim's been here for a minute now. It's been a long time, you guys. I've been doing YouTube for like 3-4 years now. It's kind of crazy to think about. That's the thing, guys. We talk about it all the time. A lot of times my guys will ask me for a quick haircut, and honestly, I don't really like going too fast. You know, I just like to take my time and do things as good as I can do them. And so a lot of the times a quickie is not what I'm trying to do. In today's video, I was like, you know what, that's kind of a challenge to see if I can get that done in 17 minutes. So I can do it. We can all do it, you know. When you know how to cut hair, you know how to cut hair. You can get stuff done. For me, I prefer to take my time and really get people all the way together. And that's honestly my problem is most of the time I will like tell you okay and then start getting into your cut. And next thing you know,
slow down a bit.
And then I'm like, oh man, now I'm 30 minutes in and I'm, you know, here, I'm either like at work late or making my client wait because I'm, you know, not wanting to give you that quick and easy haircut. So let's mic Tim up real quick and get some gems. This is the benefit of being able to do this. Just turn the mic on, drop it right there. Yeah, now we can talk to Tim. So, I don't know, you got any gems for any of these new guys, or you've been cutting for a while now? How many years you been cutting?
I've been at this 7 years now.
Sheesh.
And I've been in five or six different barbershops. Early on, I worked at a shop for about 3 years. And what I found from working at that shop was, you know, mentorship. You know, a person that's been around and he's got years under his belt. I ain't saying he's got to have 15, 20 years plus. It's definitely better to be cutting with someone that has roughly that much experience under them starting out, because they can take care of a lot of the hardships that you'll run into as a barber starting out.
Because you're gonna run into them.
Yeah, and as opposed to being with people who don't know anything about how to run the business, how to run a barbershop, period, you know, you can run into a lot of difficulties with people who don't have experience. I won't say particularly one shop, but a lot of the things that I ran into is there is a difference between running a salon and running a barbershop.
Kind of a different vibe, different clientele, different workflow.
Oh, for sure. The owners, they had came from a salon background, and the barbershop side and the salon side was split up in two. Along the barbershop side, there was a lot more shop talk. There was a lot more guys coming through. And you got a salon side, and there's a lot more women coming through. So we ran into a lot of times where they were getting on to me for the conversations I was having, the way I conducted my business as far as, you know, my style, my appearance, you know, as opposed to the salon side. You know, they had a lot of prerequisites that they wanted out of me to meet as far as the shop goes, and they didn't understand a lot of what goes into just being a barber, period. And I'm not saying that, you know, I couldn't conform to what they wanted, you know, as far as the shop. I mean, I don't, you know, it's not my shop, you know, and I'm going to follow the rules.
Yeah, so you're make it work.
You know, but it seemed that as the days and weeks went on, you know, there was always something new that arose because of them not used to
because of that difference.
Yeah, the difference between a shop style and a salon side. So at the end of the day,
it's almost like trying to marry somebody with a total different religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you might be able to make it work, but at the end of the day, you really at two totally different spots. That's gonna make it more difficult. So that's an interesting thing you brought up, though. Like, that's something I deal with in here is, you know, it is a barbershop. The 4B was here. It's a group of, you know, 10 men, and most of the clientele is men. And what's acceptable talk? What music is acceptable? You guys know. I don't. Well, YouTube may not know. Tim, you know, but you know, I don't like explicit music ever. I just feel like it's not worth losing one client over the music just so we can listen to what we like type of thing. So that's one of my rules I definitely stand on.
It takes that one parent, to write that bad review.
Well, and if you want to be a shop that's kid-friendly, LGBTQ friendly, you want to really take anybody in the shop, you just really have to watch those things. You have to watch the conversations, you have to watch the music, and I think that's something we do well. We've had a large, diverse clientele for a long time. So
absolutely.
I think that's important, kind of branching off, you just talking about those differences. And there are shops where it's raunchy and cussing and whatever, and then they have the clientele they have, and it's cool, and if that's okay, then go at it.
Yeah, so, be adamant on when you're looking for a shop, coming fresh out of school. Don't be afraid to walk into that shop and, ask questions, ask everybody. Don't just go straight to the owner, ask everybody that's in there different questions on what they think about the shop, get a whole feel about where you'll be spending a lot of your time, because the shop will become like a second home to you, and you don't want to be in a shop, 8 to 10 hours and not be feeling it one bit, Treat it like you're going to an interview for a job, Ask questions and ask a lot of questions. Like I said, visit different shops in the area that that you're going to work in. Just get a feel for it.
Now that I got you turned around, this unfortunate thing that happened to your neck, I think it's a good teaching point for some of these new barbers watching. Can you tell me kind of the scoop on that and educate these guys a little bit? What's it called first?
It's called a keloid.
Keloid, okay. You guys see what I'm talking about here. It kind of starts off like almost a ingrown hair, right? It's just kind of an irritated bump.
So basically, it's just raised skin, if you will. And basically, I just let a guy cut me with dirty clippers, and it's not particularly just dirty clippers. What happened is the clippers were cutting me, and what happens with the keloid is that the curly, tight curls, and most commonly caught in like black people.
I was gonna say, so it's more common for you than it would be for me.
Yes. So what happened is that the tight curl grew within that cut, that open cut. You get a collection of like bacteria that all happens within the cut, and the skin basically raises under that bacteria and creates a keloid, and they're hard to get rid of. And
it's not something you want to avoid letting that happen if you can.
Definitely, and it's the same thing. Definitely do the research on your dermatologist. And it's kind of something. I'm 31, and it's just something I've just lived with since I was 18 years old.
You thought about looking into getting it removed, right?
Yeah, there's different types of procedures that you can do.
A little expensive.
Yeah, definitely expensive, but one day it'll get removed. Right now it's just it's just a part of me at this moment.
You've had it. But you guys see, like when we do this back taper, we basically leave it alone. I don't know how it feels with clippers and stuff. Does it hurt at all? Does it ever get where it hurts, or is it pretty much just?
It can still hurt, if people are digging in.
So if I was just banging on that with these clippers, it wouldn't be awesome.
It wouldn't be pleasant. But for the most part, if they're just cautious about it around, I don't feel it at all.
So you guys kind of listen to that. As a barber, that's not something I want to do to somebody. As a client, getting haircuts, kind of vet your place you're going to, man. Watch for their sanitation practices, make sure that they are doing things right. That ain't nothing that you guys want to deal with. All right, we got 5 minutes for the lineup, guys. We're doing good. I just thought this was a cool chance to get Tim in the chair. You guys haven't seen him in a while.
Definitely.
I got the mics. I can talk to people in the chair. Kind of a cool little change of pace. So we can kind of interview. I did my interview with DC, and you guys liked it. And I will try to keep doing it. I guess we'll keep doing a few more people.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because you're a barber. I can interview you, but I can also do other people that do other things, and just try to bring some knowledge to my guys.
Have you tried to do this with more like just regular clients?
I want to.
Getting their perspective.
Say I got a business owner that's successful in another field. I can ask him what tips he has and things that helped him be successful. All right, guys. So we're just gonna I sprayed some hairspray. We're gonna do a little bit of fibers for Tim, just to darken up that line, make it a little more consistent. You see, my man Tim, he's catching me in age, man.
I'm bald around here, y'all.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, that's what happens as we get a little bit older. So we're just gonna go in. You guys see he has kind of a funny hairline. You may not really be able to see it, but we're gonna try to it's already cut back to here, so we're not gonna be able to do a whole lot. But we're just gonna dust some fibers in here in the front, get him looking a little bit more full, and then we'll come in and do the edge up. You guys just dust the fibers in. I was gonna use my enhancement card, but I changed my mind. I like to just put them in beforehand just because it kind of accentuates the line as you cut it, and we're gonna go ahead and cut them off anyway. So I like to just put them on beforehand. We can come over here and hit his spots on top. If you guys haven't seen on my Instagram, I did a transformation on him that was crazy, so definitely go check that out. This is just a little quick one right here, but these fibers are a game changer, guys, on people people that have some thinning spots. You know, it's not a cure-all. We can't just solve all the problems with balding and all that, but we do have our tricks, right? So
Definitely.
just gonna dust them on. We'll make Tim feel a little better. I'll say this, man. My man likes getting a little cleanup from me because, kind of like I said, I don't go halfway. So I'm gonna get him all the way in there. Everybody likes to look fresh. So. All right, so we dusted the fibers on. The hairspray should be dry. And guys, the fibers really will cling to the hair, so you don't have to worry too much about blowing them off or anything. All right, let's come in with these Sabers now and try to get him right. You guys, I'm just working from the middle out to one end. We'll work back towards the middle, out to the other side. You guys just go little by little, guys. That's something I was definitely scared to death of, pushing somebody back. But we got to get a nice sharp line. So we want to get somewhere in the middle of pushing them back. And every lineup is a pushback. So
at some point,
you guys saw, like, his hair did not grow in a straight box. So every lineup is a pushback, period. Lining up around the ears is a pushback because it don't grow that way. So we want to take off as little as possible, but also get him crispy. Let's work our way back over this way. We might have just a minute left to hit him with that razor. My client just texted and said he's late, so I gained a couple minutes. I just pop over in front, guys. I'm looking, it's landing right here on this eyebrow. I'm seeing this other side. We're gonna come to the same spot, make it match.
Saber is the truth.
Yeah, these Sabers are solid, guys. They're out now, too, if you guys are looking for a trimmer. I'm not going to say they're better than the Skeletons, like the FX. Everybody knows the FX is kind of like old faithful, good trimmer, but yeah, these are solid.
Going back to like the whole keloid thing, you know, guys, sometimes not every clipper has to be, you know,
zero gaps.
Yeah, zero gaps, you know. And part of the reason why I had a keloid is because, you know, the clippers were biting, you know. Always have, you know, different clippers in your arsenals, especially for those kids, you know, you definitely don't want to be cutting up anybody. But it's okay to have a clipper that doesn't bang.
Yeah, man, I say we all. I don't cut kids anymore because of my back, but I mean, we all cut kids and stuff. And so we need a trimmer that can cut a kid's hair and not cut them. And, you know, a lot of kids don't like getting haircuts because the trimmers are too sharp and stuff like that. So we can set ourselves up for success by having a trimmer that's quiet and not too sharp and, you know, for kids.
Don't be afraid, you know, to ask your clients if they're cutting, you know.
Yeah, like, hey, how do these feel? Like, when I got these and they was slapping, I was like, yo, how's that feeling, you know? Like, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool.
You can set clippers and, you know, over time, hell, in 3-4 weeks, they could be moved.
Yeah, they do move. A lot of them move.
You know, especially when you're cutting in a high volume shop. Your clippers are bound to move, especially your trimmers.
All right, guys, we got a few minutes left. I'm gonna lay Tim back, hit him with the razor, and we'll check out this little 17-minute clean up. All right, guys, we're gonna give him a razor line real quick, and then we'll check out this finished product. So just like the lineup, I like to start in the middle. We're just gonna take the line right to what we just cut with our trimmers, with our razor, follow it to one corner, hit the vertical bar, then we'll work our way over to the other side, go to the corner, hit the vertical bar. And on this cut, that's the only lineup that we got. So I'm not gonna razor like around the ears or anything. Hit this vertical bar, you guys just stretch the skin, pull the blade to the line. Get it nice and sharp. All right, so same thing, we'll go from the middle to the other side. I know you guys hear this shop noise. Me and Tim were just talking about when to record with these mics, and if I stop talking, it kind of tries to pick up whatever noise it can hear in the shop. And so I gotta either like keep talking the whole time or cut it out and put some music behind it, or just kind of cut through the clips. You guys, if you don't know, if it picks up the music in the shop, it gets a copyright, and I can't put it on YouTube. All right, guys, 22 minutes is what it took, start to finish. Nice little tape up on my guy Tim. If you guys aren't following him and you want to check him out, he's on Instagram at, I don't know, it's underscores. TJ_fades? Yeah. TJ_fades. You guys check him out. I've been on him lately to get on posting some content and doing some Instagram things. But if you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Do me a favor and smash that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you guys took something away from this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. You guys can see I got some crazy content coming soon. I'll be trying to record every chance I get. Like I said, go follow Tim on Instagram at TJ_fades. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And I'll catch you guys next time.